Hey, what's going on? In another quick video today. I wanted to talk about a couple things. So first thing was somebody got upset at me yesterday in the comment section. I don't know this person, but I just thought it was interesting. And the reason why I have to point this out because it's basically the reason why I did this, why I wore the shirt that said I love white people for this situation in particular. Um, Somebody said, "Oh, that wearing a I love white people shirt is the same as these black extremists," and I said, "Well, I don't get offended." When I see a black person or anybody wearing a shirt that says I love black people, you know, why would you get offended by me wearing a shirt that says I love white people? You know, it's because you're anti-white, okay? It's because you're anti-white. So he goes on to believe all these crazy race ideas from the United States. And, you know, this idea that these people are spewing, like, this is not the reality. This idea of race just came from the United States. This is what I would say. Maybe in the United States they looked more into race, they studied race much more than probably every other country in the world, you know? So maybe that's a factor in it, but I've been here for about 3 years now. This is a Latin American country. It's a country in Latin America. I don't meet anybody here that's like afraid to talk about race. They'll just be like, "Yo, I'm mixed, or I'm lighter, or I'm darker, or I'm in the middle, or I'm an Indio, or something like that." But they're not like, "What race? What's that? What white people? What's that?" They don't say that. They're not. "What's black?" They don't do that here. I've never experienced this. This is only something I've seen from these so-called nationalists or the Dominican nationalists, whatever, or the Hispanistas. I've never seen this idea that you're talking about. I just no. People know what race is. People know what a white person is. I'm not gonna play make pretend, make believe. It's these attacks against us are actually anti-white, so I'm going to say that they're anti-white. You are anti-white for having a problem with me wearing a shirt that says I love white people, okay? All right? If you want to wear a shirt that says you love black people or you love Indians or, whatever, go ahead. I'm not going to get offended by that either. Anyway. Let me move on. I wanted to talk about we need a patriarch, basically. And that's basically the thing that I wanted to talk about. We had a patriarch. This was a patriarchal society. That changed very drastically. Very drastically. And there's this issue that in Dominican society, they don't realize that this is a very deep issue that, quite frankly, is causing a lot of problems. And there are a lot of people in like these certain political movements. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not a huge fan of Ramfis. Sorry. I'm not a huge fan of these type of people. Ramfis unnecessarily decided to push feminism really hardcore. Feminism, like talking about putting women in power. Now, don't get me wrong. The women that they decide to speak up, about these problems, these issues that we have with this invasion, they're doing a great service for us, and we should be very grateful to them for it. And the work that they do is of value to us, and that is perfectly fine. But the thing is, we might get a woman in power that might very well take care of this issue, this invasion that we have that might very well do it. And that's okay, that is fine. But the issue is when you start putting women in power, you get essentially the spirit of women in the government, okay, which is very different from that of men. The basically the mindset of the women is in the government, in positions of power, making decisions for the country, for the nation, that has effects on the nation, okay? All right? With men are different in the way we think, and we cannot deny this. I mean, people do deny it, but you would be denying reality. You would be denying reality. We all have women in our lives. We know that we think differently, we behave differently. Okay, we know this. Okay? Men are more, when men get together, we're competitive, we are straight to the point, very direct, we look for results, we look for solutions. This is not, a woman can be this way, there's always exceptions, but in general, this is not really the way of women, okay? Women are more inclined to sort of do what I guess feels right, what feels good, okay? And I would even go as far as to say that if it hadn't been for this feminist push on our society, this invasion would be so much less of a problem because, we wouldn't be taken down so easily by words, probably, I doubt that. We're called bad names because of the way we treat Haitians, and look at these poor Haitians, we had to treat them so well. Men would measure the consequences with the risk and the consequences and the results, and they would make a decision that would ultimately be for the better of the nation, regardless of what pain it might cause temporarily. And that is the type of government that we should have. Not, some feminist government. Now, and that's just it. And that's just it. What else is there to say? I mean, maybe we can elaborate more on this in the comment section. If you have an opinion, let us know in the comment section. And the comment section will be regulated. I'm not going to tolerate trolls or none of that nonsense, But I'm open to the discussion. Okay. You're not going to change my mind on not having women in positions of power. I'm just sorry in the government. I'm very sorry about that. If you're really upset about that, I mean, I think we're already on that route anyway. If we don't already, I'm pretty sure we already have women in positions of power here. Like Yadira Martes, she does good work. And I'm she does good work. I like her videos, but well, I guess the rest. I mean, I really do appreciate the work that she does. I really do, but and she could make some positive changes if she was to be put in power. I think, or she would want to, but I think that she'll probably come to the realization that she's not alone, in that arena. Like there will be people above her. She's probably. Well, anyway, that's it for now. Take it easy.